Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to tell you today about Len Waters. Okay, Len Waters was the first Aboriginal fighter pilot in the Royal Australian Air Force. Okay, Len Waters flew 95 operational sorties with the Royal Australian Air Force. It was in the Pacific theater of World War II. Mostly it was in the Dutch East Indies near Dutch New Guinea, and they were near three Japanese strongholds. The Army had a stronghold, the Navy had a stronghold, and then the Air Force had a stronghold. And the Japanese Army had a strong Army base around there, a good Southern Army base. The Navy had a submarine base there, and then the Japanese Air Force, well, it was their Army Air Forces, they had 3 airstrips there. So Len Waters flew difficult and dangerous missions, and a lot of times they were very low to the ground, and he had to brave a lot of Japanese flak. And at first, Len Waters enlisted in the Royal Australian Air Force, and he became a mechanic, and he learned as much as he could about the planes, and he didn't have a lot of fun on weekends. He usually stayed and went to the base library and studied so he could qualify for flight training and flight school. So, and he left and in 1944, he became the first Aboriginal fighter pilot in the Royal Australian Air Force. And on January 1st, 1945, he left the Royal Australian Air Force. And when he was with the Royal Australian Air Force, he flew in the 78th Fighter Squadron. That's who he flew with. And while he did not experience discrimination in the Royal Australian Air Force, he did not experience any sort of discrimination there. And he notes that. He actually bet $12 to $15 against himself that he would never qualify to be a fighter pilot, as well as graduate high in his class. But he was scored fairly, and he graduated high in his class, and he was able to qualify as a pilot. But he did experience lots of discrimination before and after World War II within the civilian life. So he wasn't allowed to start his own airline because he was Aboriginal. But as far as the Royal Australian Air Force, he did not experience discrimination there, and that was the first time he had never experienced discrimination. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.